the bells and whistles all working synced up together. But anyways, guys, it's that time of the year, right? Season 4. And what I mean by season 4 is, let me share my screen. We have a new update, and for iRacing.
Yeah,
and we just spoke about, sim racing and title updates and everything else. And this is a very good, it's. This episode is brought to you by Trophy AI, the ultimate performance coach tool for sim racers. Hello and welcome to the Chicane Podcast, where we discuss all things in the sim racing world. I'm your host, Jason Rivera, and I'm joined here by Mr. Eric Kelly and Jeff Smart. How's it going, guys?
Going good, man. Going good. Finally cooling off here a little bit in Alabama, so man, I can turn the AC down, save some money.
Hey, there you go. So that's positive.
It's sometimes hard to keep track of seasons here, but we're not going to complain one way or the other because nobody's going to feel bad for us. But life's good. Life's good.
That's a hell of an update, Eric. So, I mean, I feel for you, bro, because over there it's probably some humidity over there. It's pretty nasty.
Triple digit everything, man.
I'm not even gonna say, but 50% all year, 365. Yeah, you'll never sweat here, unless you really want
postcard.
to. All right, gents, we got a hell of an episode today. We're gonna roll right into announcements, real quick. I don't have any updates. I'm excited. Thank you so much, George, for coming back on the show. Yeah. Sin Gaming Expo is, theoretically speaking, in 4 days by the time this airs. Yep. Isn't that crazy?
That was quick math, buddy. I'm proud of you.
I think. I don't know if I'm
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Damn, dude, it's coming up on us, huh? It's creeping up pretty quick.
It's here, man.
Bags
George is in full-fledged panic mode.
Oh,
that's it, bro.
Yeah, he's in overdrive, Monster, Red Bull, Rip it, you name it.
Happy Labor Day for those in the U.S. Hope you enjoy that Labor Day, which is it's that time of year. So let's get right into today's Simdustry update, and today Jeff has it. So Jeff, what we got today for the Simdustry update?
Yeah, so some news hit the interwebs about Assetto Corsa Evo. We have an update is 0.3. And so I'm going to walk through some of the key additions that everybody should be seeing coming through as they update. So big one here out the gate is multiplayer. It's first rollout here. So we're looking at 16-player online racing to start with the ability, the capacity to increase at a later date to be determined. But really, this is probably pretty major news for the Evo fans out there, the ability to get on there and race with another human. So big step forward here. We've got custom lobbies and special events will be available right out the gate. They got server rentals starting at a £1. So what's that, like $0.7? Or am I going the wrong way? US dollars. Anyways, $1-ish per slot per month.
We got to double check if that's a pound or euro, because if it's a pound.
Oh, I'm sorry. Either way.
Oh, yeah, pound is big. Yeah, euro.
Pound is going to hurt. Maybe not for DNR, not for Danny Newman. He'll be fine with a pound, but for us,
I think I did my math the wrong way.
It's all good. It's all good. I mean, you don't have to rent a server, right? Those are for leagues or
and such, and
private testing, whatever.
Just a data point. Yeah. So, what's that?
I was saying they'll have official ones stood up for free. So.
Yeah, I'm curious. I mean, not to kind of deep dive on this, but I'm curious to see what the community does for leagues in Evo. Is that going to be, is that going to take off, and pull away from iRacing, or I'm just curious to see what that will do to the league racing community. So we got daily racing portals, structured online racing, built with SimGrid. That'll be coming out in early access 4. Competitive ranking system will be based on the ELO rather than your license that you hold. We got some update to physics and handling. overhaul of the suspension model, and we'll also have 1,000 hertz dampening for more natural weight transfer. So hopefully that'll help out to some of the people that were saying, hey, there's a little bit of wonkiness in the driving for Evo. What I've heard, different cars have different kind of feels that are a little bit unnatural, maybe. So you got an improved tire model with more progressive thermal dynamics. Isn't that awesome that like the game like simulators now are simulating thermodynamics? I don't even really know what thermodynamics is, but it's cool.
Me neither, bro.
Exactly.
But when they, it's weird. I don't want to interrupt here, but
Go ahead.
I kind of have to, because it's kind of like the game's not finished. The cars feel great, but then to me they feel great, and they're already overhauling something. I mean, I want to test it. I want to see what did they find that needed a complete overhaul, right? When the game's not even out yet. The sim, excuse me.
I think it was the temperature. The tires weren't responding to temperatures in a predictable way. So
that's to Eric's point. The next data point here is force feedback.
I spoke too soon.
No, that's fine. Force feedback is sharpened to fix the lack of feel complaint that older wheels perform better that older wheels feel better than newer wheels. So you got some in-game force feedback widgets that allow for finer tuning and settings directly from the HUD. You get some optimization and performance, major work on the GPU optimization that should help with frame rates and some stability problems for people. You get some menu updates, post-processing effects. So here we go. We'll talk about some track updates. My favorite, everybody knows this. We got a spa drop here, and it should be the 2022 spec of the track. So that's pretty badass. We got a Red Bull Ring, the modern version. And this is the biggest thing that I was pumped about here, team. And I think everybody knew my gripe with Evo was there was no open wheel support or model. So so I'm going to start with the most important one to hit the market is the Ferrari F2004, the first F1 car open wheel for the sim. You got the Audi RS8, the BMW M3, BMW M4, the Karat Academy. I'm not familiar with that car. You'll have to forgive me. The Dallara Stardale, Mercedes 190 Evo, the Lamborghini Super Trofeo, and the Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sport. So those are the big ones. I think the big one that everybody probably will be focused on is the multiplayer. So good news all around for today's sim industry. Gives us everybody another option to race other human beings. So on probably the industry's newest simulator hit the market.
That's a pretty good update for it being, free. There's other games that I won't mention that were in pre-release that were charging. So this is kind of nice, right? To get a set of cars and tracks.
No
while we test the game for you, the sim. Well, right now it's a game because
that's
it's
a fair trade. I'll test your stuff.
That's what we're doing. We're squashing bugs for the team, and it's important for them to release multiplayer because we need to see how it behaves with human players. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be a rough ride.
I'm sure the first couple days and weeks of multiplayer will be a learning experience for a lot of people, or a lot of the developers and stuff.
Yeah, they're going to learn a lot.
And it's cool, man. You guys realize that, and I'll go into my next topic here, or the first topic of the day for the main discussion. A lot of these sims are pushing hard. For the end of this year, it seems like, you got AC Evo pushing out massive, trying to get the game done. You have LMU still trying to release their packs and trying to make up for the year, and they just released 1.0. Now you have I think AMS2 just had another update that made it significantly better. Now we have, there's a lot of back and forth here, which is great because that gives you the element of choice. That is
competition, man. Right? Everybody's trying to keep
sim racer benefit from all of it. So
exactly.
And chicane, we're all fans of our own sim, and we have our own preferences. But on the show here, we will cover every single sim. It doesn't matter, even if it's F1. If F127 came out and they overhauled something, then we want to know about it. We want to read about it. We want to check it out and give it a shot, right? Even
Yeah.
though the odds are forever not in your favor, which is so little
Sometimes the truth hurts.
controversy for the fun while you as you drive to work. I'm just assuming. So
Yeah.
anyway,
So Jason, before you go on, man, I wanted to give you an opportunity to speak to LMU, because I know when they had their update come out, we tried it out and it didn't go very well. But you made an important discovery with LMU, just to kind of show that we're not just iRacing and GT7
okay.
fanboys. We're trying stuff
So
out. Because
Eric
you spend
has
money to actually test LMU even further behind the scenes.
Eric has pulled the plug underneath my legs. That is not in the show notes, but here we go.
Let her rip, Tater Chip.
So, I started thinking, and I was like, okay, there's so many positives, and there's not many negatives that I could find out there. So I'm like, is there something wrong with my computer? Is it something wrong with my hardware that's making the cars feel different? Even though I know damn well, right, that everything
Yeah.
is set up correctly, but I'm not perfect, and that's what I was thinking. As I was in bed, and I get up from bed, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go and reinstall, do a clean slate, cleared all the cache, all the registry, all the little tips and tricks I have with PCs, and started fresh. And I looked at content because I'm a huge Porsche fan, as you guys didn't realize, and even more so now because I race it every week. It completely grew on me in like 100,000. It used to be that I loved them, right? But then it wasn't like my forte. It used to be the McLaren, but that has changed significantly. So anyway, going back to the story, I go on to Steam, and I'm like, well, how much would it cost to race, the Porsche? So then I looked at the packs, and then I looked at the tracks, and I was like, man, if I want this track, I got to buy this pack. If I want that track, I got to buy this. So you know what? I just added them all to the cart, and it came out to $55. Then I started comparing like their subscription model versus you paying for the DLC, because if you go with the subscription model, the highest tier, $84 a year before tax, you if a year time from now you decide that you're not going to play this game no more, you lose access to all the content. So I didn't like the idea of that. So then I just purchased the content, loaded up the sim, and I took the Porsche out. Same settings, same everything. And the Porsche felt amazing. It felt great. It drove well. It behaved. It did things that I was doing in iRacing, comparing, and I'm expecting the car to rotate the way it was rotating. A slight difference, but it was behaving. So then I started thinking, I was like, this is paid DLC. So then I go back and I load up a McLaren 720S, and the car feels not as good as the Porsche. It feels, and I know what everybody's going to say. It's a different car, it's a different weight transfer, it's different physics. But I mean, it's usually, if I jumped in a McLaren and iRacing, just comparing, it's at least drivable, to a point, until you get used to, all right, you don't like being thrown this way, or you don't like being breakdown this way, you know. So first thing I did was called Eric Kelly, the tech gentleman, Tech Gen Gaming.
Yeah.
And I said, WTF, and I asked him, we need to get LMU installed on your PC, and we're working on that. So I started racing. I still had a few crashes. I had to map a button to restart my FFB. But overall, my thoughts have changed across, towards LMU. But I still don't agree with the subscription model, because I went into a race, and something happened in this race, and I went to go file a protest because the guy literally ran into the behind my car on purpose.
He cut the track by like a quarter mile just to take you out.
I know.
Let's call a spade here.
Yeah.
The guy locks up.
And I say this because it paints a whole story of where you're going down here, that it's absolutely worthwhile a protest. So continue. I'm sorry to cut off. I just wanted to make sure people understand.
No, I want feedback. I want thoughts. I want people to comment because, and I understand it's a rookie race, so I can't really, hold it to its throat too much, because I am a rookie. So, but here's how I feel about this. Let me just explain the scenario. The guy locks up turn 1 on Bahrain. Locks up. I give him a love kiss. Literally a small tap on the bumper because he locked up in front of me and he was slower than me and he knew he was slower. That's why he locked up. So then I get him on the first turn and then I see the car go off track and try and come this way and hit me. He misses me. He takes out the Porsche that was behind me. And then I'm not even paying attention to what's going on because I'm focused on the next turn, which is a long straight, right? After you do the little S and then you go, it's a long. So I'm downshifting from 5th to like 2nd gear and the car flies off the track, bro. He just straight up full throttle into the bumper. T-bone. The car was totaled. So then I went to protest. There's no protest button. So then I start digging and I couldn't find so you go to Google, right? Like any other smart genius engineer out there. You go to Google and you ask it, LMU, how to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's tied to a subscription. So I have to pay to file a protest. And I don't agree with, I understand iRacing is a paid subscription, but come on, if you're going to at least give me the ability to file a protest, you know what I mean? Or at least make a lobby where it's only paid people and it's only free people that they can't file a protest because now this guy gets away with it and I can't do anything about it. And that's if they even do anything because I highly doubt they have Nimcross level stewarding over there. I don't think so.
Yeah.
They better think about that. Take a step back. Like if they're charging you money for a protest, they better have some people looking at some stuff.
I would hope so, right? Because everybody needs, people need to get paid and everything, and I understand that. But I think the protest was a little too far. I think it was a little too far. I think you should be able to. I think every racer should be able to protest. Because go ahead.
I was going to say, I think that it should be more of there should be some perks to being a subscriber, right? So if you're subscribed, then if you want to go protest, then maybe you're in like a faster queue, you get, better response time or something like that versus just not having the ability to. Because if you're like in your case, like you're trying out the game, you're trying to decide if this is something you want to sink a lot of time into. And one of the better values are like the longer subscription. So that to me, I think it being all or nothing is kind of, that needs to be looked at. That's my
right. And it's the middle tier. I didn't say you have to have the highest tier, but think about how I felt that at that point in time. I spent $40 on the game. Then I spent $55 on the game. That was my choice. And now I have to spend an extra $48 to file a complaint, or to put a custom livery on. Come on. What are we doing here?
Yeah, that's so weak.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's weak.
So, in the game's defense, in the sim's defense, it is a good sim. It is a good sim. Something was really wrong. Either something was really wrong or the free cars are just not getting the physics updates as the newer cars are, which could definitely be a thing. But thank you, Eric. I was in the middle of testing that, but it's good to get it off my chest here. I want to be fair to our viewers, and there's a lot of reviews.
Getting some LMU hate, And
Yeah, there's
so
a lot of
I
reviews
felt
out
like you
there.
deserve some credit for, the time and effort you were spending giving another shot, you know.
No, I do it all the time. Like
Yeah.
F1 games, I go back and I try them. I don't just talk here. You know what I mean? I have to put my
Yeah.
hands on it, and I compare it across the entire, um, the major sims that we have, and cars, that are driven by professionals. Then that's a kind of good reference that I can trust, and
Yeah.
then I compare that to different sims. But anyways, let's get into today's topic. That was a good one. Uh, LMU, LMU has a lot of potential. I would say that it has a lot of potential,
Mm.
and I will continue to try it. I just want telemetry right now. Is what I really want. Telemetry, it is really broken right now on SimHub, and they need we need telemetry ASAP so that I can get the DNR working. I can get all the bells and whistles all working synced up together.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, it's that time of the year, right? Season 4. And what I mean by season 4 is, let me share my screen. We have a new update, and for iRacing.
Yeah,
And
son.
we just spoke
Yep.
about sim racing and title updates and everything else. And this is a very good it's kind of cool because they have not just an update, but they have NASCAR 25 just got the green light for console release. And I'll hit and read this to you guys. So it's been a busy summer at iRacing with numerous milestones achieved across various teams. The NASCAR 25 team is well positioned for the October 14th release of NASCAR 25. And yes, it just passed console certification on the first attempt. Okay, great.
Yeah.
The Orontes and our Exo Cross team now has robust racing game engine foundation and are well underway on the next racing title. So this is kind of cool, right? Because you're not getting iRacing, but you're getting a sim developed by iRacing on consoles. So you can kind of see what you're missing, I guess, for the NASCAR folks out there, NASCAR community, which is massive, it's huge.
Yeah.
The iRacing arcade, again, I looked at that. It's like a little arcade thing that they got going on. It's like a fun and refreshing blend of arcade racing, and you get to customize things. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's cute.
So we need to jump into meat and potatoes here. I'm gonna go over to the car pack that's coming out. Well, it's not a car pack, but it's cars that are releasing on
Everybody's
iRacing.
favorite part, buddy.
Yeah, man. So we do have a formula car here, Jeff, and let me
saw that.
Yeah, man. So we have an Aston Martin Vantage Evo GT3 collaboration with Aston Martin, which is the one in the middle, which looks it looks mean. It looks mean. So
you ever see a
shout
car
out
that
to
looks
EW
like
Racing.
it sounds good?
Yeah, with that office.
Yeah.
My boy EW, he's a big Aston Martin. He's gonna love seeing this. I'm trying to get him on iRacing, so shout out to you. The Lara IL15 is an Indy Next, and get this, it's got push to pass, and it's a Class C, so you can race that in Class C.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we got a Ford Mustang GT4. So it's the first North American GT4 ever on iRacing. So here it is.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep. BMW M4 Evo GT3 upgrade, free to owners. So I'll scroll down and get to that. So here, I just went over this. We'll go over to car development.
Looked like they had some new features for VR users. That's pretty. I race about maybe a third of the time in VR, so I'm pumped about that.
Yeah, man, it's way down below.
Is it? Okay, I'm sorry.
By the look at the scroll wheel, bro, we gotta get it.
Let's go, buddy.
It's one of those episodes.
Yeah,
I don't know.
lock in.
I know. So it says we're talking about the new Aston Martin Vantage Evo. It says together with Aston Martin, the Vantage Evo was developed through close collaboration and support from Aston Martin and professional racers who pilot this car in real life, and also have significant experience in sim racing. The car looks stunning. It is a thrill to drive and part of the wider collaboration with Aston Martin that will yield additional new cars in the future. So this is not the end for Aston. Um, Says along with the addition of the Vantage, the larger GT3 class has undergone tweaks to gear ratio options on 6 of the 10 cars. This was part of the BOP, which is which is balance of performance process, bringing us one step closer to current real world practice. And here you go, Jeff. See, now pay attention here. Last season, says I teased. I didn't tease anything, but they teased a new entry in open wheel offering, which they are pleased to announce the Dallara IL15, featured in the Indy Next series. And what that means is that this car will be able to race in the Formula and the oval tracks, road tracks. It's a 2.0 liter turbo charged, 450 horsepower powered race car is a rocket, offering an excellent option for racers seeking a high performance yet approachable open wheel series. The IL15 will be positioned as a C-Class, road and oval, as mentioned. So the chassis is a full carbon fiber monocoque with an integrated halo device, and its suspension delivers precise control and responsiveness. Aerodynamically, the car provides a balance of downforce and drag, ensuring stability on ovals and agility through technical road courses. So it's a 6-speed sequential gearbox operated via paddle shifters on the steering wheel, which replicates the shift dynamics of higher tier vehicles. The push-to-pass system.
Let's go.
Push-to-pass. This has got to be the second car, I think.
I think
the other car was the SF23. And apparently, this thing is going to smoke the SF23. If you thought that was, oh yeah.
Wow.
Says, push-to-pass system, mirroring closely the IndyCar implementation, delivers an extra 50 horsepower at the driver's request. Activation is handled via steering wheel button, and on-screen gauge tracks the remaining boost time. This familiar boost management interfaces ensures a seamless transition for drivers advancing from Indy and Next to the top level Indy series. So,
hey, Jason, I got a question for you. So it says right there, available in road and oval fixed series.
Yes.
So not.
So it can race on both.
Wheel.
It could do both. It could do road and it could do oval. So you can do Indy and you could do road racing with it.
That's kind of cool. The same car.
Yeah. So I mean, you buy one car, look how many series you can race in. That's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of should be. I hoped people actually try it out and it gets popular, because Formula needs attention on iRacing. So so the new GT4 here says GT4 has been a key focus for us in the past couple of years, and we have been working behind the scenes to expand the series with multiple new cars. And the renewed effort begins with the introduction of the Ford Mustang GT4. The Mustang is an exciting new entry to the class and the first North American brand in our GT4 series. Thank God. The addition will be accompanied by a comprehensive overhaul of the GT4 class. So that means that not only are they releasing a Mustang for the first time in the GT4 class, an American car, every single GT4 is getting an update, like the tire model and physics. So it says, this update brings our latest physics modeling improvements to the entire GT4 class. Along with improvements, we have focused on improving the correlation of the sim relative to the current IMSA Michelin Pilot Challenge series rule set. So let me just skim through this, because top speeds will be higher and minimum corner speeds will be lower. So you'll be slower in the corners, but you'll be fast on the straights. This does mean the overall grip level has been reduced, and iRacers should keep this in mind. This is a worthwhile trade-off for improved real-world correlation. And despite the reduced grip level, lap times are expected to improve by somewhere between 0.5 to basically half a second to a whole second per lap, which is massive. If you think of this, if you think Nürburgring, that is a few seconds, bro, of lap time.
Oh yeah.
The size of it.
It's wild that it's it's going to be faster but slower in the corners, but still produce a faster lap.
Yeah, it'll be faster in the straights. Says that the tire warmer temperature has been decreased. So as with other cars that feature on our latest tire model, so the warm up period for GT3, for example, you really have to warm them tires up. They're not playing games. I'm telling you. You mess around with some cold tires, you're gonna know fast. But they're saying that it is shorter than those of the GTP and the GT3, so it'll be shorter. So I'm assuming, I don't know what shorter means, maybe half a lap, or depending on the track too, right? What track you're on, how hot is the track? Yeah. But here's a good breakdown here. All cars in the class have received a chassis repass and improvements update that include TCABS and ESC systems when appropriate. Damper for improved body control, particularly for curb strikes. Thank God, because they were really unstable on the curbs. And rough tracks. So engine torque curves, brake systems, mass, inertia, and distribution properties, aerodynamic factors, particularly dynamic side force, wing trim ranges, and ride height ranges, fuel tank size, fill times, and fuel burn rates, standardized to smaller IMSA. So, okay, so the tank is shrinking. Interesting. BOP, right? Balance of performance to improve relative competitiveness across the track. That means what they do is that it doesn't really matter the car. They try to do a balance of performance. So if the Ferrari is really fast, this is in real life too, they may add some weight to it, or reduce the power to kind of keep it fair across the board, right? And here we go. We got a new M4 Evo GT3, which it's not a new car. Well, it is a new car, but it's a legacy car. You already know the tip with legacy cars.
Go buy them. 2 for 1.
If they decide to take that away, don't come after me. So yeah, we've added. I'm hoping to read it here. Hopefully it's in here, but they've added an upgrade to the BMW M4 GT3. This required substantial graphics and physics work. Excuse me, and the update will be applied on top of the existing BMW M4 GT3. Therefore, the update will be free. So it's just an update. Okay. So it's not really a legacy. It's not really a new model. It's just they're taking the car and they're just making it better. Yeah. There's a hybrid update too. We have completed a fundamental overhaul. Of course, how many times we've read that? Integrating the hybrid system into our latest power unit code structure. Okay, I stand corrected. This has been done with flexibility in mind to accommodate the large variety of racing hybrid systems we have in the service. The GTP and hypercar class will seamlessly blend ICE and electric ICE, meaning
internal combustion.
And there you go.
All right.
There we go. We got somebody. I just froze up when I said ICE. Electric drive to match the maximum allowable power output at all times. In addition, the Ferrari 499P hypercar will have an electric drive only when traveling at a speed greater than a specified minimum. And it will be able to drive electrically at multiple output levels. That's kind of cool, man. So you could straight up you don't even need the engine, but probably that's kind of cool.
Whoa. Talk about the W12 and 13.
You see this?
Yeah. Go. Yeah.
The Mercedes W12 and the W13 cars will see a modest refresh with the addition of a fast region mode. We are planning for the LMP1 car. That was about it, Jeff. We are planning
I know.
LMP1 cars that have a larger refresh, saying that improving drivability. And the IndyCar hybrid system will be manual deploy only and won't be ready for September. So IndyCar won't be ready, but it's kind of cool when they mention hybrid system. It's all across the car, across the classes, which is kind of cool.
They still need to get that. You know.
Oh, they
when
have it.
Oh,
They
do
have
they
it.
have it?
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
the electronic start.
Yeah.
The GTPs have
Oh.
it. It's dope. It's beautiful.
Okay.
I literally I turn it up every time. So we got some new tracks. Can't have an update without new tracks. And this in this update, we're doing Mexico City. Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez for season 4. This world-class racetrack features real-world racing across multiple prominent racing series, including TCR, NASCAR, F1, Formula 4, Formula E, and numerous touring and GT events. In iRacing, we have constructed 7 configurations. Yes, let's go. That means you buy one track, you basically get 7 tracks, technically. That will provide racing opportunities across multiple iRacing cars and series. At 2,238 meters or 7,343 feet above sea level, the thin air results in a less aerodynamic drag on the cars, allowing them to reach incredible high top speeds on the main straight. Along with those higher speeds, there's also less downforce as a result of the thin air, which makes cornering an interesting proposition.
Dangerous.
Yeah, so
That's
Mexico
wild.
City. Yeah,
That
man.
They actually take in the elevation the track's at, and the car should go faster.
Yeah. You know, it's incredible what they're doing. I every time, and again, guys, we get an update every quarter. So every 3 months, we just, has it been 3 months already? I can't.
I know
believe
it's hard
this.
to believe that it. Yeah.
So Alton Park, one of the most raced tracks on iRacing on the iRacing service, and a key part of many iRacing Rookie Series schedules. We have been fortunate to have been racing on Alton Park and iRacing for many years, and millions of laps have been completed. Our team has rebuilt Alton Park artwork from the ground up, remodeling and retexturing all objects, scenery, retexturing the track surfaces, and updating the trees and foliage. Please note that this is an art refresh. It's not a rescan. This update is provided free of charge to all iRacers. So this is a free track. It's already free to begin with.
It's cool. It gets a facelift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like something new. Same familiar track, but a different, facelift.
So in each of the past 2 builds, we have shipped art refreshes and track rescans for roughly 2 out of 3 of the tracks that were part of the NASCAR schedule. With season 4, we are thrilled to release the final third, so 3 of 3, and then we can move on from NASCAR.
To Formula.
Let's give some formula, please. But the final phase includes Daytona International Speedway, which I'm a massive fan
Iconic.
of.
Iconic.
The best, I think that has to be America's most popular track.
That or Indy. One of the
or
two.
VRR or Virginia, right? Has to be.
Virginia's up there.
Indy too, but Daytona, bro. Daytona,
I mean, you got the 500, you got the 24 hours, 2 of the most.
Yeah, IMSA, all of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's I think you're pretty safe saying it's one of the top.
To me, and Watkins too, But Circuit of the Americas, part of the refresh. Watkins Glen International, Chicago Street Course, and Texas Motorsport Speedway. And we got some rescans for the the WWT, right? Worldwide Tech Raceway, Charlotte Motor Speedway, which again, I'm a fan of the Roval. So partial Roval rescan. North Wilkesboro Speedway, Sonoma Raceway, and Rockingham Speedway. They say that they might have to hold back Rockingham. We may hold this back until a patch. Something going on with it. So it's worth noting that these 30 track refreshes and rescans have all been made available for free to iRacers who own these tracks.
Jason, what did you say?
For free.
For free.
Well, like for free.
With a subscription. Got it. We gotta be real talk here.
You can tell your wife or your spouse, they gave it to me.
I'm telling you guys, wait, we got November, right? No, wait. November's like right around the corner. That's the time to top up on your iRacing. Save a lot of money doing it like that. So that covers the content basically. Now we're going on to this beautiful, modern looking, compared to what it is now, this is 100,000 times better than what
100,000.
than
And
what
you're
we're staring at.
understating it. Understating it.
Yes. I mean, this looks...
That looks so clean.
It looks modern.
It
Yeah.
looks 2020 at least, I would say.
Yeah.
iRacing ain't perfect. I'll grill it too. I'll grill all of them. You know, it's a grill session.
Yeah.
But here, let's go. Let's start with the new Sim UI. Let's call it Legacy UI for clarity. Right? So, they're funny.
They're
right?
even acknowledging it.
Yeah, they're like, dude, it's kind of ancient. So, you know, the racing, the UI served us well for many years, right? The previous one, providing a dependable way to interact with the sim. However, due to a dated and inflexible architecture, the choice of words here, interesting. The legacy UI has limited our ability to expand the sim experience and has been overdue for a complete re-architecture and modernization. Approximately 2 years ago, we embarked on a journey, to rebuild our sim UI, assembling a team of engineers, designers, and UX professionals to tackle this. They evaluated several technical options before settling on an integrating and modern, powerful... Somebody help me read this. XAML.
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 Call it XAML. Yeah, XAML.
That is not my forte. Maybe the
Tech gentleman saved us.
or the tech gent. They'll probably know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So that's what it's based on. The XAML, whatever that is. It looks great. Through our evaluations, we are confident that technology will meet up strict requirements for performance on multiple display types. Look at this. Look at this. I love it.
Oh, that's clean.
Dude, that black box looks like...
Look at the speed
Nice.
limit. It's got like an actual sign limit. That's kind of cool.
Yes. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. The exit sign is different up there. Don't look like
it don't look like
first program.
Or at an airport, you know, where the guy's running like this and it's in green and that's to signify that that's what it looks like.
Oh yeah.
Like, where's the exit? And the guy's like this. I mean, it's funny.
Follow him.
Yeah. That guy. So throughout the project, the team has been focused on a vital factor. Every critical feature available in the legacy UI had to function correctly in the new UI. Thank you. Don't release something broken. Yes. Wait.
Yeah, I like that.
iRacing is a deep and complex simulation that encompasses various genres of motorsport, each with unique requirements for how the UI represents information when we open up and look inside the two primary simulation screens. So we're going to skip ahead here and just give you a preview of, you know, this is the setup screen. And this tells you when it passed. It's got a nice, you know, you could share it, you can export it, you can save it.
It's
for the file.
It's nice because I think the way I have it now is you have to go into the garage, do your changes, go back into the home of the race, and it says, "Oh, now you passed or you failed," and you get to go back and do your change again. So it looks like here you can do it and see in the same screen that whether you pass or not.
Want to have a live coach available on demand? With Trophy AI, you'll be able to practice with Mansell AI at your convenience. A real-time coach in your headphones to navigate and guide you through the track, helping you achieve race pace. This tool is awesome as it provides full brake, throttle, and steering telemetry on screen with a live review getting you ready for your next big race. Check links to Trophy AI in the description and also use Chicane12 in all caps for a 12% discount. This is true, right? Because you apply and you can go by the color, but still you have to wait for the thing to say checking, then pass. It's a good point, Jeff. Very good point. Says our focus for the release has been on delivering all existing features, right? As we covered. Primarily, we wanted you to be able to start iRacing and continue with as little fuss as possible. Thank you. That being said, we highly recommend taking the time during week 13. Look at them preparing us to familiarize yourself with the refreshed features described below and take a moment to customize your layout via Alt-K. Thank God they didn't remove the Alt-K, bro. So if you guys don't know, if you press Alt-K, you can move all the elements on the screen customized to where you want them to be.
Didn't
I
know
don't
that.
need to see a green flag dead in my face. So
Where's
it goes
this
all the
been my
way in the
whole
corner.
life?
It's like way in
Man,
the left side of the top left. I don't need that.
I
so,
didn't know that. You've been holding
So
up.
Didn't
yeah,
know that.
there you go, man. I mean, there you go. Look, so tool tips, right? This is self-explanatory. It's tool tips. You hover over the
Yeah.
mouse, it tells you what the option does. Sim options redesign. Options have been significant reorganization, including the merging of the replay and the driving graphics option. Great. So not 10 tabs to go through. Give me one. Alt K to move UI. See, when pressing Alt K to move elements around, you'll find an additional toggle control to enable disable all movable elements. So now it's easier to visualize those elements which normally only display when activated. And this is good, because I have a DDU on my rig, and some of those elements are behind the DDU. And if I didn't have the option to do this, I couldn't move them like just above it, to be able to see it.
Yeah.
And that's how you check damage in iRacing. There's no other way. You got to ask the spotter. So virtual mirror size control, same thing, right? Okay.
Who knew?
Yeah.
Who knew that you can
Who knew?
control the virtual? It only took them.
Yeah, but like I was reading that and I was like, I didn't even know I wanted that. But now I want to be able to change the size of my virtual mirror.
Yeah. Maybe you don't want it that big. Maybe
What a
you just want
novel
it small.
idea.
Yeah.
Didn't know I wanted
Yeah.
that, but I do now.
It's good for streaming too. So if you're streaming, Eric, streaming on Tech Gen Gaming, I highly recommend to put a virtual mirror because nobody can see behind you,
Yeah.
and it's kind of nice so that the audience can see what the hell's going on, that you just got hit. If not, they don't believe you. So black boxes.
Speak from experience.
I swear, I've learned a lot, man. I've been through a lot. So black boxes, these have now been minimized and expanded states, which I don't know what you mean. The expanded state displays additional columns. Okay, we're just getting it. Okay, I'll wait for it to drop. Real world clock, which is nice. Daniel Newman implemented this before iRacing, but now you got an actual clock, so that way you know what time it is.
I've sunk.
I didn't know if it was like the casinos. You know how like you go into casinos and there's no clocks anywhere, so you have no idea of how long you've been there.
Right.
So they don't do it iRacing, so they have
and
no
the
idea.
ceiling is a sky animated, so you don't know what time it is.
I saw like one of those dudes gaming, and all of a sudden his alarm on his cell phone goes up, and he's like, "I gotta be at work in 20 minutes."
Dude, casinos never have 90-degree walls. Did you know that?
They just keep.
They always curve, because if you have to stop to turn, you think about it. But if the wall, it's just weird, bro. It's like if the walkway is curved, you want to reach the end because you don't know where it's going. It's some mind shit going on.
Yeah. They spent some money on that for sure.
Yeah, I did.
But now we got a real world clock, so just don't tell the wife because you don't have no excuse now that you lost track of time.
That's Control F12.
That's right. Or Alt 4 as she's approaching. It crashed. I don't know. So camera tool redesign. Okay, we got a new camera tool. Control F12 bind still available. Awesome.
Okay.
So I like that they're look at this. I like that they're updating it, but then they're not taking things away. I was worried about that. There's people that have been racing this sim for years, and they already have their buttons mapped. They know what things do, and when you flip people, when you change things like that, it'll get a lot of people upset. Okay, so I'm gonna skim through this, and we're gonna go into probably Eric's favorite topic. So let me see what's here. Let me read this. Upon release, we expect to spend time addressing newly discovered bugs, collecting feedback from iRacers, and applying necessary tweaks. We are already working on features and additions that are part of our UI advancement roadmap, and these efforts will accelerate. What's on our roadmap, you might ask? We're not ready to discuss these features. Oh my God. What am I reading? But some of the initial features we're exploring and developing include adding a aforementioned text search feature. Okay, you search. Color themes. Okay. And accessible views, customizing of the driving screen, expanded information, light telemetry capabilities, new post race functionality, VR specific features, minimalistic considerations, and localization. Oh, and something to do with black boxes. So we are incredibly proud of the new UI and excited to share with you all. This marks a new era of opportunity at iRacing with a technological foundation that will power experiences and features in ways never been possible, right? So VR,
Mm.
I want you guys to take a look at this picture. Uh,
Ooh,
yes. So we are
F1.
getting foveated rendering on
Yeah.
the sim. There's no more on device. That's what it seems like, which would be amazing for performance. But before I speak too soon, let me read through here. VR is a core way to experience iRacing and has been a focus of ours since, technology's infancy. With season 4, we continue to push to stay at the front row of VR technology in addition of eye tracking foveated rendering. Eye tracking foveated rendering. This is going to be game changing, guys. Game changing.
Yeah.
This technology is an evolution of fixed foveated and shares some of the same core benefits. Processing power is prioritized in the most crucial areas to maximize performance and frame rate. Did I not just say that? That this is going to save you frames, you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
a lot of frames. And it's going to look amazing. It's going to feel like real. It's going to get like real motion blur here in the corner of your eye. For headsets that support this feature, fidelity is prioritized exactly where your eyes are looking, regardless of the direction of your head is pointed. This allows racers to move their eyes anywhere across the field of vision experience a crisp, clean image at all times with high frame rates. I just mentioned that, and fast refresh rates, of course. Can't have high refresh. You can't have high frames without high refresh. So this is kind of. Yeah, I'll talk to Nim
Yeah.
about this.
This is, I mean, let that sink in for a second. Like, it's changing where the display is focused on as fast as you're looking at it.
Yeah,
That's wild.
that's GT7. GT7 has this.
Oh, they're
tech.
doing that already?
Yeah,
Wow.
Yep.
I think they were the pioneers of it.
You're
Yeah,
going to
you
need
gotta-
a pretty new headset that has eye tracking, though. Like, I know the Beyond 2, the big screen Beyond 2 has eye tracking. I don't know other ones that do.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the big screen, they have a version that like one version has it, one version doesn't. So
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
If you bought that for racing and now they're coming out with this support and you didn't get the one that has the eye tracking, might suck. But,
Well, I might know a thing or two that they're on order till November, so you could change your order because I'm like teeter-tottering
okay.
on getting one of them.
Oh,
yeah.
We're waiting to see what happens at the expo first. To
Dude,
see how the funds are going.
Yeah.
So check this out, guys. We still got more. Hey, we got to pull through rendering.
Yeah.
As part of our long-term initiative to rebuild the iRacing rendering engine, this one's important. We have found opportunities along the way to bring more immediate benefits to the current iRacing experience. With Season 4, we continue this trend by introducing new technology that sets the foundation for significant improvements down the road. Modern texture compression. This tech replaces our former texture compression and is substantially more efficient. So this will be light on your video cards that don't have a lot of VRAM. I promise you, that's got to be what they're aiming here. It says this change will be transparent to iRacers, aside from some initial downloads, with benefits occurring behind the scenes during the rendering process. I hesitate to give too much away, but I will say the savings in textures footprint have our car painters salivating for future expansion of paint capabilities. So trust me. And finally, localization. We are excited to share that iRacing is now a far more globally accessible product with Season 4. We support language localization in iRacing and iRacing Web. The SID and the companion app are not quite yet supported, This project involved substantial technical architecture changes, and as well as an establishment of process and workflows to translate vast amounts of text that is often contextual and nuanced, requiring subject matter expertise. Me. There are some features that will be rolling out during season 4. Okay, so man, I mean, they're launching. We will launch with European Spanish. I mean, what about Puerto Rican Spanish, man? Come on. So we got Latin Spanish, German, French, Italian, Portuguese, Brazilian, Portuguese, and more will follow in the December and March builds. So that's pretty much covers the bulk of what's happening, in like 3 weeks from now. Because
Jason,
I think
how much does all this stuff cost you?
This is free of cost.
To your additional iRacing subscription. 0 additional costs.
0 additional
How
costs.
about that?
Wow. Yeah. Okay. I was just curious.
Yeah.
We are
to your point, you are paying an ongoing subscription. And so that's what's kind of fueling this
fair point
development. So it's not free, it just doesn't cost you anything.
No additional cost.
Yeah, no additional cost.
So, okay, my take on that, right? My take on that argument is if other sims, without mentioning names, are going to charge me a monthly subscription and then obligate me to pay the entire year, so I don't have a monthly option. It's either the entire year or nothing. I want to see development like this. I want to see no bugs. I want to see things getting fixed. You know what I mean? The amount of times I had crashes with LMU were crazy, and I have a top end machine. I'm not trying to flex at all, and I'm trying to give it. But when it did work, it worked well. I will tell you that it worked well. So, I was a little strong on it, on the last video we made. But so here we have some improvements. I mean, we're almost damn near an hour in. So I'm going to leave the link here in the description. These are not coming out. So, I mean, these are, future developments. Something that they're doing some trees, they got the trees. The trees look way better now with the new render. You see that on the bottom? On the left is the new one, and the right, they just look like twigs, bro. But I mean, who is staring at trees when I'm doing 200 plus?
You took the words out of my mouth, bro. Sometimes good enough is good, and put effort other places.
Hey man, when I just run into the wall, them trees are very important for me to look at then. When I'm sitting there.
Well, yeah, I mean, sometimes
contemplating my life.
If I ran out of gas on track and I start looking at the trees, the birds.
Yeah, man. I need something to look at while I'm thinking. Again.
I knew this was gonna happen, bro. We had an episode packed. I tried. It was like I'm trying to go through it, but I have to give it the honors. But that is, no, actually, we went over a few things on the show, right? It wasn't just iRacing. We did other things.
We touched some important stuff.
All right, guys, we're gonna have to skip track of the week again, and Jeff has been itching.
It's ready to go.
To get his thing ready to go, and something always happens. But this is good, right? Because I mean, we have so much content to cover here on the show. That is a good thing. That makes me feel good. It makes planning things easy, right? So, and another great thing is getting emails from you guys. I mean, that is probably the best part of the show, right? Is we can look at updates and get excited, but nothing is more personal than an email to the team. So we need to go over those, definitely. And before I forget, we need to shout out. Wait. Let me find the notes. I think Eric, I think you got the first one, which is from. Go ahead. Won't steal your thunder. Which is an OG.
Yes, sir.
An OG, a loyal fan. But before we get into that, I just found the name. Sorry, Eric. Justin Ruger. Thank you so much for providing the STLs to those mounts. Jeff is over here drooling over them. He just came back from vacation.
Yeah, we're gonna fire the 3D
We'll call
printer
it
up here
that.
shortly.
But yeah, he's ready to execute on the print job. So I just
Things
wanted
are
to thank you.
clean.
I wanted to
Yeah.
thank you for providing the files. And if you do have a link, feel free to send it to me or to the chicane podcast at gmail.com. And I'll post a link if you want to make them, public, or if you want, if you use Bamboo, we can boost you,
Yeah.
so we'll boost you on the forums. Let me know. But anyways, Eric, what we got from our OG. I don't want to mention his name. That's taking the honor away. But go ahead, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So the title of this email is 14 more sleeps. So he's talking about the time to the expo. And like you said, this is an OG. This is our friend Bob Burke, a long-time listener of the show.
Long time.
Appreciate you. Yeah, appreciate you supporting us, man, and staying on this ride with us. But he says, "Hi, Jason, Eric, and Jeff. A quick note to say how much I continue to enjoy your podcast. I listen to your show mostly while driving. The show is a special treat from Jan to June when I deliver to NYC. Okay. And head up the I-95 on Monday mornings. It really helps pass the miles. Thanks for that. I'm very much looking forward to hearing your stories and feedback from the Sim Racing Expo in Chicago next month. Would love to be going and meet you all in person, but perhaps another year. I'll be interested in hearing your reports on new products that will no doubt be launched in conjunction with the expo, as I am thinking of upgrading some of my kit. Currently, I'm running all Fanatec, which seems to be good, but I am looking for more power and feedback than my CSL DD provides. Also looking for a better software experience with my sim gear. I'm looking at the SimMagic Evo Pro, but waiting to see if the Zeus wheels will be released next month before I order. If no release is announced, I'll go with the Evo Pro and the GT Neo. Also, I wrestled for quite a while. The replacement of my Fanatec Club Sport pedals, as the P1000 really appealed to me with the rumble motors and hydraulic upgrade kit. Not to mention how good they look, but I have settled on my original choice of Houstonville Sprints. Again, I'm waiting till the expo just to see if there are any new options that I might want to look at before upgrading. So yes, I'm looking forward to your post-expo show to see if there's anything new and exciting on the market. In the meantime, keep up the excellent work. It's been great to follow you guys from your first podcast to your 100th anniversary to your first sponsor. I'll be subscribing to Trophy AI once I have my new gear. All the best from PEI Canada, Bob. Shout out to Bob. He's a real one. I don't care what nobody say. You got a problem with Bob, you got a problem with me, man.
Amen.
Telling you.
Bob is untouchable.
Yeah,
and
man.
That's all the pedals he mentioned are actually really good choices. I mean,
yeah,
the P1000 is a solid set of pedals.
Yeah.
So the Sprints,
but yeah.
I mean, you really can't go wrong with either or, He'll be fine. He'll be fine with those for years.
They'll keep him busy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now upgrading to a new motor, there's so many options too, Bob. You have, I think it's V&M's coming out. They have VRS motors. Some of these motors, so many.
Got some new ones coming out. I mean,
Moza got new stuff coming out. SimMagic Evo. I've heard things with their software, but it's not something they can't patch.
Dude,
I don't want to say
they push updates all the time.
Yeah.
It's like every time I restart my computer, they want me to update that software.
The base.
It's usually Evo focused.
Evo related stuff, yeah.
Yeah, so that's good, but also kind of, if you haven't updated a lot, that means you got a lot of stuff to fix. But
that's a true point.
It can mean
but they're working on
many things.
So. It could, fair.
It can mean many things, but honestly, those are great. And Bob, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I would love to meet you, Bob. So if you can't make it this year, don't worry, man. We got you covered. We got you. We got this event on lock. Trust me. This message came in before we had the update with George. So I hope you enjoyed that episode, Bob. On behalf of the team here.
As we're going to be telling George, Bob, we'll see you next year. There
you go.
Yep. Exactly.
Hell yeah. And I love truck driving too. So send us a picture of the rig. I love rigs. Yeah. I'm a Peterbilt guy though. If it ain't a Peterbilt, don't send it my way. So we got another message from, and it's a handful, from DJJM09. And that is not his email. That is the guy's name. So what's up, DJJM09? It says Wheelbase upgrade. How's it going, everybody? It's DJ_JM09. I am a huge fan of the podcast and appreciate your honest opinions. Thank you. Thank you. And everything sim racing related. I have a question about wheelbases and upgrading. I currently have a Logitech G Pro wheelbase and was thinking about upgrading to a SimiCube 2 Pro. Would this upgrade actually be significantly better and offer better FFP experience compared to my current wheelbase? Or am I better off just getting a new wheel compared to my default D-shaped wheel that shipped with my wheelbase? Thank you all so much for your time, and I appreciate and love all of your videos. They have been so helpful and informative. So DJ_JM09, thank you so much. The logic, okay. Is it a significant improvement? I mean, you got to look at spec-wise, slew rates, and overall smoothness. The thing that I like the most about my SimiCube 2 Pro is that the profiles are built by professional drivers, and it's a little less, legwork on me to get to fine tune a setup faster. On top of the build quality, on top of that, this base has been out for almost 7-8 years, and they're built like solid tanks. However, if you already have a working base, right? I mean, you got to ask yourself, the resale value of a Logitech G Pro, this is just being honest. That's quite a jump. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would weigh the options, or better yet, you can come down to the Sim Gaming Expo. They're going to have SimiCubes there. You put your hands on them and try them. I'll be honest with you. I don't have any experience with a Logitech G Pro. I don't think any of the fellas do here.
Never touched one in person. Might be at the expo, but as right now, have nots.
Right. So
let me ask, I guess, real
ahead.
quick. Have you noticed any difference in like sims? Like some sims be able to take more advantage of the SimiCube features versus others?
It used to be. It used to be. iRacing was exclusive to SimiCube, the 360 hertz. Yeah. So I'm looking up this wheelbase, right? The G Pro. This is a $1,200 wheelbase, bro. This thing is not cheap.
Yeah, it's expensive. I was gonna say
but it's only got 11 Newton meters of torque.
It's 11 Newton meters, proprietary. As far as the wheels that you can use.
It doesn't give me much. It doesn't, honestly, Eric, it doesn't give me much. It gives me height, length, width, and weight, and torque.
How many
slew rate. How
many Newton meters is the
SimiCube?
The SimiCube one he's looking for?
25 Newtons.
Yeah, I think if he could get a decent resale price on the Logitech, I don't think he'd regret doing the deal at all.
I mean, the fact that he's looking at it, not pocket watching, but
wait a minute. Wait a minute. We're gonna do this live on the show because I am wrong. So the base, I'm assuming he has the Pro DD11 wheelbase, is actually $599. It's not 1,000 change like I said before. I'm not familiar with this one, but what we were looking at before was the combo that comes with the wheel. It's probably what he got anyway. The G Pro with the wheel, that makes it $1,000+. So theoretically speaking, still high. It's still 11 Newtons. Still 11 Newtons.
Yeah. But not bashing it or anything like that. But just to your point, the resale.
Because I would say the absolute minimum would be 12 Newtons. But then if you have a 12 Newton base, if it existed, you're going to clip the hell out of that wheel. You know, as soon as you hit 12, you're going to lose all force feedback. It's going to clip. So I would say a bare minimum of 15, you know, to actually get a solid wheel, a solid base that you can grow with. That's why the guys here went with Sim Magic, because it was a good price. It was 15 Newtons. So, you know, build quality is great on the wheelbases. I haven't heard much issues from people on those.
Yeah, I mean, I drive mine 2 to 3 nights a week, and I've had it for what? Probably a year now.
No, there's a lot of creators that main Sim Magic, and they use it every day, you know, or like.
And I bought, Eric and I bought it. One given.
Yeah. It was definitely not given.
It wasn't a gift, even though we would love gifts.
They did not.
Even though somebody, I tell them they gave it to me.
Yes. There you go. So, I mean, if budget allows, I'll say this: do it, and you will definitely feel a massive, significant difference from this to, you know, the thing about this base is that it's console compatible. So I'm assuming he's on PC. I tell you what, JM09, send me a follow-up update. Send the show a follow-up update to the Chicane Podcast at gmail.com, and I'll help you out. We'll talk.
If you haven't done the deal already.
If you didn't buy it already, because if you're like me,
send us a picture.
No,
yeah, exactly.
That's a good.
Yeah. So, Jason, is there a wheel that you'd suggest with him getting that semi-cube, because he can't use the Logitech wheel, so you have to get a new wheel as well?
Honestly, in today's
Depends
market,
on what he's into, right?
Right. Yeah. But if you want to save some money, a good versatile option would be the Conspit, the new Conspit, you know, wheel.
Yeah, that's true.
I think we did a little section on that one, huh? A couple episodes ago.
Yeah, and I heard great things about it.
So like $399. It's got a small screen. Does everything good.
Yeah. It's got a little screen. It's a little versatile, and you know, I've heard great things from that, and at a decent price. You know, that way you're not hurt so much from the purchase of, you know, assuming of the CibiCube. So that's what I would do.
It's a great piece of advice with that wheel. I think that wheel's going to find its home in a lot of rigs. Yeah.
And if you outgrow the Conspit, it will sell. I believe it will easily sell. It's a popular option nowadays. The Sim Magic GT Neo is another popular option. You just have to be careful with the amount of torque that you're putting into this wheel. Just be mindful of that. That's the only thing. And with that, guys, round tables. We got to close this one down. It's been fun, like always. It's always
We're coming
fun.
down to the end of F1 summer break.
Oh, this weekend, bro.
It felt like it's been like 6 months this summer break.
Yeah. It feels. Oh my god. Yeah, and I'm paying for a subscription, man.
I know, right?
A refund?
A little bit about that.
All right.
Zanzor.
All right. So I don't have anything else. Eric, Jeff,
drive fast, break late, gentlemen.
We'll
see you guys in Chicago.
We will. We will fly fast and land early.
Comfortably.
Yes, land safe.
We will land safely. So stay tuned. This is exciting. This is going to be, my future self can't wait.
My current self can't wait.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen. Thank you so much. And have a great start of your week. Thank you.